Yo, what is good, YouTube? It is your boy Make America Lit, back with another NBA 2K24 video. And in today's video, I have another episode of Rare Builds for you guys, as you can see on your screen. In today's episode, we're going to be creating an Inside the Arc Maestro. So let's just jump into the build. Now, you can make this build at the power forward position or center position. It's really up to you. I went center just because I wanted to be, like a Jokic type of build, so I went center, but you can make this build at power forward. Either way, you're going to be 7 feet. I mean, you can go 6'11 or 7'1. I went 7 feet just because I feel like 7 feet is just like the absolute highest you can go in height and still be kind of fast, Now, I'm also going 250 with the weight. You can drop the weight, but I like to bang down low. I don't like to get pushed around and thrown around when dudes get their, glass cleaning, takeover or whatever, and they get their defensive takeover or even a physical takeover. They're like throwing you around, pushing you around on the post and stuff. I don't like that to happen, so I like to usually go, anywhere between 250, sometimes 260, depending on the height. I might go a little bit higher on the weight, 260, if I'm going down to 6'11, 6'10. I, make up for that height with a little bit more weight and size to me, but I'm going 7 feet. I can go down to 250, maybe even 245 to regain some of that speed. And then our wingspan is going to be 7'5". You can play with the wingspan, but again, like I said, I want to be able to rebound the ball and stuff. So I also want to have like a pretty decent wingspan. So that's the template we're using. And this is what the attributes look like. We're rocking an 84 close shot. We're rocking a 46 driving layup. We're not going to really be doing too much, driving layups or driving dunks, which is why I got 46 and a 62. Mostly because I just don't really plan on, really score. I plan to really work in the post with layups and hook shots with this build, and I plan to work out of the post passing. This is like a Jokic type of build, a Sabonis type of build where you're going to be able to, knock down shots to the mid-range, pull people out of the paint, and then, distribute the ball. So again, driving layup, driving dunk isn't too important to me on a build like this. Standing dunk, I went with an 81 just so that we could get that silver precision dunker. If you don't really care about the silver precision dunker, then obviously you can drop your standing dunk. But you also want to be able to dunk down low. Because I don't have the driving layup and driving dunk, I want to at least be able to drop step into dunks too. So that's why I went with an 81 standing dunk. Then of course 85 post control. That 85 is going to give us that silver unpluckable, which is going to help us with, not getting ripped while we post up. Because, dudes love to reach when you're posting them up. Or, if you're a post scorer and you see all of these badges that we're getting, hook specialist gold, dream shake gold, post spin gold, post fade gold, drop stepper gold, back down punisher gold. Like I said, we're going to be an absolute monster in the paint down low with these badges. Then we have 82 mid-range, which is going to get us that, gold catch and shoot. We're looking at silver green machine. So you're not going to, you don't have the gaudiest stats or attributes when it comes to shooting, but an 82 mid-range and a 76 3 ball with silver green machine and gold catch and shoot, you're going to be able to knock down your shots. 82 mid with gold post fade, you're going to be able to, go crazy in the post, silver open look, silver midi magician, silver whistle because of that 84 close shot. So it's like, you're going to be able to hit your shots. People are going like crazy with the 90s and the 95s, but I know they were saying that this year a lot of people are going to need to be specialists and stuff, but I feel like with the thresholds and the badges and how you're pretty much given silver and gold, you're going to be able to get by with, mid to 80s. You don't really have to go crazy and max out 99s for attributes like that this year. Free throw, obviously, for those who don't play rec or anything like that, you can just put whatever. But I would always recommend that you shoot for a minimum of a 70 or 71. Might as well go 71 for the free throw just so you could get bronze free points, to help you with knocking down free throws. But, in the past, I would always tell people, even if you don't play rec, try to go with the 65, 73 free throw, just so that when you do find your way in the rec, you aren't selling your team and you aren't leaving points on the board. I see so many park players come in there and they can't hit a fucking free throw to save their life because they don't ever touch free throw. Stop doing that dumb shit. Just every minimum build should have at least a minimum of a 71 free throw, just for when you decide to go into pro-am and rec and stuff. 92 pass accuracy, because again, like I said, we want to be like Jokic. We want to be able to pass out of the post. You know, when those doubles come, because you're going to be baking people down low with this build. When those doubles come, you're going to want to be able to get clean, crisp passes out of the post. You don't want your passes to be slow. You don't want to be, getting your passes deflected. And when you get the rebound, you want to be able to throw that ball down. Hall of Fame break starter with that 92 pass accuracy. Gold dimer, needle threader, post playmaker, relay passer, special delivery, touch passer, pretty much all, badges you're going to have. The only badge you won't have is bailout, and that's because you're 7 feet tall. And again, like I said, if you do want to make your build shorter, I wouldn't recommend it for this build because you're primarily going to be playing out of the post. But if you do want to go 6'10", I would probably go up higher on the weight just to compensate for that, just so you'd be a little bit stronger. And then I know people are going to say, oh, why do you have like a high ball handle with this build? I went with a 65. Now, if you don't care about this, you can go down to like a 55 ball handle and down to like a 40, I think 44 or 46 or something like that, speed with ball. But I went with 65 and 55 and then 55 acceleration, because you can see right here that you unlock gold big driver. And that's going to be a very focal point of our offense when we're in the post, spinning out of those post moves or facing up and blowing by, your matchup. Big driver is basically going to be like, speed booster or quick first step for big men. So you're going to want to have this badge, especially because I think we aren't going to get speed boosted because of the height requirement. You got to be 6'9" or shorter. With us being 7 feet, we aren't going to have access to speed booster, but we'll have gold big driver, which is our big man version of speed booster. So you definitely want to shoot for that if you are making a center or power forward build, or just a taller build in general. You want to be able to shoot for those type of badges because they're going to make a hell of a difference, when it comes to playing offense. Then interior defense, we're looking at an 81 interior defense, so we will be decently enough to stop people down low. We're 7 feet tall, 250 pounds with the 7'5" wingspan, 81 interior defense. Now, I know that the interior defense can be higher. I'm not saying that it can't be higher. Yeah, you could go up to an 84, 85. I just went with an 81 because defensively I want to be balanced. I might make another version of this build where it's more defensive oriented, so you don't have to worry about ever potentially getting baked in the paint. But 81 interior defense, perimeter and steal don't matter really too much because we're going to just be focusing on locking down the paint and getting blocks and boards. A 92 block for that gold anchor. You see we're also going to get silver chase down and gold pogo with that. And then, offensive rebound, again, you can play with the offensive rebound. This build, I'm not too much concerned about offensive boards. We're really mainly concerned about, offense and then scoring defensively. Scoring offensively and then getting rebounds defensively. We're not really too concerned about offensive boards because you're going to probably be in the paint or the mid-range, in the mid-range or at the three-point line with this build. You aren't going to really be too much, in the paint because you're not going to really be able to do too much pick and roll with this build because of the low drive and layup and drive and dunk. You're going to be doing pick and pops, or you're going to be in the paint posting up, so don't worry too much about that. And then finally, we're looking at our physicals. I just maxed out the speed because you don't want to be slow. Just in general, you just don't want to be slow. You want to be able to get back and forth, especially because I primarily play rec. I want to be able to get up and down the court. Then, of course, 55 acceleration that we need for that gold big driver. And then, obviously, is going to help us with getting, spot finder. Even though we reach the other things or whatever. Actually, no, we don't even reach the things for... Well, no, that's for acceleration, silver or whatever. But whatever. Doesn't really matter. We do have big driver. We still have bronze spot finder. Then I went with the 90 strength just because I felt like that as a center should be like the minimum for what you shoot for. Tall or, short center, you should be having a 90 strength because strength matters this year. The physicals are very important this year because they are, a part of unlocking a lot of these levels of badges. So strength, vertical acceleration, stamina, all of that stuff matters a lot this year. We're looking at gold box out beast, brick wall. But the real reason why I wanted to go with that high strength is because I wanted badges like back down Punisher. I wanted badges like bulldozer, and more importantly, I wanted a movable enforcer because you know, we don't know how crazy bulldozer is going to be in the beginning of the year before they put out those patches and those nerfs. So you want to be able to defend against like some of these OP badges if they do turn out to be ridiculously good. A 75 vertical, I try to shoot for a minimum of a 70 vertical because the vertical does help when it comes to getting, not only getting blocks, but also getting rebounds over people. A lot of times you'll be boxing them out and you'll have good position, but because you went with like a default 55 vertical or 60 vertical, guess what? They just reach over top of you somehow and get the rebound over you. With the 75, 80 vertical, that's not really going to happen very often. And then finally, I went with a 95 stamina. You could drop the stamina down to a 90 really and put that 1 point somewhere else. We could put it on our 3, our free throw, our ball handle, speed with ball. But I looked at everything. You can put it on your acceleration. I looked at everything, and there's nothing that I can put this on to get an extra badge or anything. So because we can't get any extra badges, actually we might be able to get silver free points, I think. Maybe. Nah, 76. So I looked at everything. You can't get any extra badges, so I just put it on my stamina because I would rather have higher stamina, especially as a big man. You're going to be running back and down the court. You want to be able to play the best defense, and having low stamina definitely impacts your defense and your offense as well, too, your attributes. So I went with a 95 stamina. And then, of course, when we create our build, we'll see shades of who we have here. What is that? Ayton. Like I said, Arvydas Sabonis, and then Vucevic. Really good players, and you see that we have built an Inside the Arc Maestro. So there you have it. This is my Inside the Arc Maestro build for NBA 2K24. It's been your boy Make America Lit. Please be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe for more NBA 2K24 content and rare builds. I'm out, guys. Peace.